News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for keeping it local with NBC 6 News Weekend. I'm Heather Wright. Alex has the night off. Our top story: a man is in custody accused in the murder of an LSU basketball player. The LSU junior Wade Sims, who played forward, was shot and killed during a fight. Kim Hutcherson has the latest on the investigation.
Wade stepped in to defend his friend.
An arrest in the shooting death of a Louisiana State University basketball player. Baton Rouge police say 20-year-old Wade Sims was shot in the head as he stepped into a fight. They say this man, Daition Simpson, was taken into custody Saturday morning and confessed.
Simpson was questioned and admitted to being in possession of a weapon, admitted to being on the scene, and admitted to shooting Wade.
Now Simpson faces a second-degree murder charge. It's unclear whether he has an attorney. Police released video of the fight in hopes someone would recognize the accused shooter. The footage shows more than half a dozen men fighting at the time of the shooting. Detectives say they found a pair of glasses at the crime scene and later linked the DNA on them to Simpson. Investigators say community tips helped them identify the suspect.
This is a perfect example of the public coming forward just in masses this time to help solve this case.
The investigation is still ongoing as the LSU community mourns the loss of a promising young athlete.
Just a wonderful young man with great smile and great spirit. It's just so senseless and tragic.
I'm Kim Hutcherson reporting.
A suspect is identified in an early morning armed robbery in South Shreveport. Police believe 30-year-old Christopher Sanders entered the Big Lots store in the 9,000 block of Mansfield Road just after 7 a.m. and demanded money. He fled on foot. An award is being offered for information leading to his arrest. If you have any information, please call Crime Stoppers. The FBI appears to be moving quickly in its reopened background check of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh. At least one potential witness says she has been contacted for an interview. A vote on Kavanaugh is on hold until the FBI investigation is complete. NBC's Chris Pallone has the latest.
The nomination of Brett Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court is now before the full Senate, but a final vote is still at least a week away as the FBI reopens its investigation into Kavanaugh's background. The delay and investigation spurred by Arizona Republican Senator Jeff Flake, confronted in an elevator by two sexual assault survivors Friday.
No, I want to talk to him.
Flake joined Judiciary Committee Democrats calling for the FBI to look into allegations of sexual misconduct against Kavanaugh.
This country's being ripped apart here, and we've got to make sure that we do due diligence.
Kavanaugh has strongly denied all allegations against him and says he will continue to cooperate. An attorney for Deborah Ramirez, Kavanaugh's Yale University classmate, said Saturday the FBI has already contacted her for an interview. Senate Democrats are hopeful that a week is enough time for the FBI to do a thorough investigation to put questions about Kavanaugh's treatment of women in high school and college to rest.
We'll want to make sure that they actually do the background check like they should. But again, I think law enforcement has got to do their job.
After Thursday's historic hearing before the Judiciary Committee, emotions on Capitol Hill are still raw.
This is very unfortunate the way this unfolded.
Now, a week for senators to reset and reflect as investigators behind the scenes try to find the truth. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Thursday's testimony by Dr. Ford about sexual assault triggered a spike in calls to the National Sexual Assault Hotline. The Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, called RAIN, tweeted that the number of calls to its hotline is up 201%. Project Celebration, which has a sexual assault center and crisis hotline, has also experienced an increase in calls.
Would be triggering to victims or survivors. I say to the people that are so quick to judge, what if that was your daughter? What if that was your mom? Things like that. Would you believe them?
People in Northwest Louisiana have access to Project Celebration's 24-hour hotline. You can find that number on our website, arklatex-homepage.com. Health Matters, a portion of the water in South Bossier has tested positive for a brain-eating amoeba. The state says the area affected is from Highway 71 to Red Chute Bayou along Sligo Road, which is part of the Sligo water system. A chlorine burn will take place over the next 60 days, and the water will be retested. However, the city of Bossier today issued a statement that Bossier water meets all regulations and no advisories are in place. Money matters. If you're still trying to rebuild following the 2016 floods, there's still time to apply for government assistance. Governor John Bel Edwards has reopened the Restore Louisiana Homeowner Assistance Program. It extends the deadline for people to apply for grants and loans. Residents have until November 16th to finish the application. Community Matters. The Susan G. Komen Foundation works hard to help women beat breast cancer, and plenty of people joined them in the fight today at the Race for the Cure. NBC6's Zyneria Bird has more.
More than 1,300 people filled the CenturyLink Center for the fight against breast cancer and Saturday morning's Race for the Cure.
It's one of our two largest fundraisers here in North Louisiana.
The 5K is the highlight of the event, along with education on breast cancer, raising thousands of dollars for a cure.
75% of the funds that we raise at events like this stay in our community to provide mammograms for women.
Hundreds of survivors filled this place sharing their stories, like Charlene Jordan, a 60-year breast cancer survivor.
I am so grateful to my Lord that He's allowed me to live and enjoy every day since then.
She was diagnosed with breast cancer when she was 28 and has been living a healthy lifestyle ever since. Charlene says she wants other survivors to remember to stay active and healthy.
I thank the Lord every day that He's given me, and I've lived it to the fullest. I have always witnessed to other breast cancer survivors through the years that there is life after breast cancer.
Zyneria Bird, NBC 6 News.
This is the 24th year for the Komen Race in Northwest Louisiana. Safety matters. Thousands of community members received some important lessons at a health and safety fair this morning. Kids get a chance to get up close with fire, police, and rescue vehicles. Sheriff Safety Town teaches kids across 8 parishes and 5 counties in Texas.
Build some bridges with the community that we serve, not just as law enforcement, but as first responders. This is the one opportunity that we have every year to allow the community to come out here and see firsthand what Safety Town is.
Today marks the 10th anniversary for the Sheriff's Safety Town. In Jefferson, 2 longtime friends are inspiring young artists to create colorful but tiny masterpieces. NBC6's Julius Kizzy reports from the Big Cypress Bayou.
The Big Cypress Bayou in Jefferson is where art and nature meet.
This isn't here for a year or 2 years. There's no duration. The same with the stone piece going through the forest. We'll just see what happens over time.
It's nice to see the sun. Okay, you ready?
For more than 3 decades, these 2 artists have worked on different projects together throughout Texas. Their latest 3 pieces were made not for the people who visit today, but for the children who will visit tomorrow.
And it is a true collaboration. I mean, it's not just his ideas or my ideas. We really brainstorm and try to get the best of both of our ideas. It's almost like a marriage. You know, you have to bend and, you have to give and take and support each other in your ideas.
This piece, created by children and inspired by Sherry Owens and R. Shire, hangs on thread mimicking spider webs.
And they wrote their names and their ages on the back, and then on the other side they did drawings of different kinds of creatures and critters and animals, things that they would see in the woods and the forest.
Their vision is all made possible by the financial commitment of one generous donor.
God has blessed me, and I've been lucky in my life, and I choose to give back, and everything we do is education related, whether it's art, whether it's learning about literacy and history and science and math. And so this is our culture makes everybody come together better.
Hopefully we gave it a really good start, and it'll just continue on.
Julius Kizzy, NBC6 News.
The park at the Big Cypress Bayou is open 24 hours a day. Education matters. Students at Legacy Elementary in Bossier City hit the track for a fitness challenge today. Students and corporate sponsors teaming up to raise money for the school and the Legacy Bear Tracks Fitness Challenge fundraiser. The principal says they raised $105,000 this year. Money will pay for Google Chromebooks for students and professional development for teachers. Still to come, a shootout in Mississippi leads to the deaths of 2 officers. Plus, residents in Greece still on high alert after a cyclone. Right now, here's Patrick.